On this episode of Out and About with Miss Kayla, we are going to interview Kirk Franklin and find out about his book, The Blueprint. But before we do that, we are going to meet Pastor Janine Gantt and find out about how she helps women in transition to find their own blueprint. And guess what? You coming with me. Out and About with Miss Kayla. Are you ready to go with Miss Kayla? Hey, Pastor Janine.
Hey, Kayla.
I'm glad to be here, and I thought it would be really important to share how you were helping women in transition to change their lives. Could you talk some about that?
Sure. Acts Christian Transitional Services has been in existence for over 33 years, in which it was for women and children that were homeless. We opened up our recovery home 12 years ago for women in prison and also those who were battling the demons of addiction.
All right, and that's right here in North Philadelphia. Right?
Yes, it is, 28th and Master.
The women here are such a blessing to work with. They have their issues, they have their concerns. However, what they do is keep me on the straight and narrow. People don't understand when we're addicts, we are left in the dirt, the trenches, and we're not so highly favored from the outside. And what I've learned is that, no matter where we come from or what we've done or where we're going, that we are still somebody.
This is a positive impact in my life, keeping me off the streets, keeping away from negativity as far as drugs and alcohol, because it's tearing apart our community.
Through being here, I'm getting my custody of my daughter back. I've obtained employment. My housing then fell through, and it's just been so wonderful and positive. And Keisha, she just, tells me a lot of good encouragement words and stuff. Because I was kind of like hard on myself.
Acts have done a lot for me. I have a health condition, and thanks to Keisha and Ms. Paulette, that they helped me learn how to take care of myself.
Keisha, I don't know what I'd be doing right now without her. I done went through jail and institution, and now I'm here, and she just set me straight, with the help of God and X, Miss Janine, all of y'all. They just wonderful.
Well, I'm truly grateful for being here at X. I learned a whole lot, and I'm glad I'm here.
When I called somebody in tears, I've been here, just did not want to follow rules, and I felt as if I needed to be home with my children. I went home with my children, and I do not want to live with my teenage daughter. I had to go home and recognize that I cannot live there. And she's going to do what she's going to do. She has a home that's being paid for, and I was sitting somewhere and I said, I want to ask you, can I please go back?
When you see something good in someone, and they don't see it, it's your job to bring them up, for you to show them, teach them. It doesn't matter the age, just to get them where they need to be. So, welcome back.
Welcome back. I thank you for giving me the chance, because if I was out there like I was, I would have never completed the house arrest or anything like that.
Thank you for blessing me with your stories, and I thank but thank you for blessing me with your stories.
I became connected with women because I saw the women at the site had the same issues I had inwardly. And needed to deal with my issues while I was helping their issues. So I became connected in the business that I really didn't want to run.
So you were fighting. Why were you fighting?
I did not want my calling because I was married and I did the right thing and it still failed. I didn't understand when you do it right and you believe that it's called by God because you're saved, two that are equally yoked should make it work. But because it didn't, I was angry because I had a daughter and I didn't want to be a statistic. We have to grow up in Christ, and I had to grow up. I had to allow my tub to stand on its own bottom. I had to be backbone to my own life and to my own circumstances and to my own decisions. And I think when I started to do that, I could really even help the women more by giving examples of single parenting, being in the church and being humbled by failures. But through my failures, my character came out. If I didn't find anybody else, I found Christ.
And finding your true self with Christ and making your own path or your own blueprint.
Yes.
We're going to watch a video that's by Kirk Franklin where he talks about the book, the blueprint that he has written and how you can find your own blueprint for your life.
This is Miss Kayla from Praise 103.9. We're here for our 30th anniversary with Radio 1. I have Kirk Franklin here with me at Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church. I read your introduction for your book, The Blueprint. Okay? I read also in your introduction about your fall and also going into a coma for 4 days and you coming out of that. And the way that you were able to just have that blueprint, and that this book that you have written is about us finding our own blueprint for our own lives and not keeping what happened in our past or with our parents. Some negative things happen. So can you just talk about that a little bit?
That we are ever pages that are being written. That every day there are new pages to be written, and to not be so embarrassed of those old chapters, because those old chapters are part of the great story. And that we can't just walk out because we may be on certain chapters right now in our lives that we don't like. Just because there are still greater chapters to be written, and that we have to trust God's pen. That God's ink doesn't necessarily look like our ink, but He is an author, and that's not His first book. That we're not His first novel. We're not His first subject matter, and so we've got to trust that He knows exactly what He's writing.
Well, I want you to know, even in the blueprint, before the blueprint, your music has been a blueprint for us. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thanks for watching Out and About with Miss Kayla.
Bye-bye.